The admiral of the Threxian fleet stood on the bridge, for arms clasped behind his back, eyes fixed on the holographic display of a pale blue planet. "Humans are just a myth," he declared to his officers, mandibles clicking in amusement. "An ancient story told to scare hatchlings. This world is unclaimed. We will take it." The command deck hummed with approval. No one dared question him, not openly. The stories were old, after all. Tales of a predatory species from the edge of the galaxy, beings who fought wars of attrition not for conquest, but survival. A deathworld species, they were called. But those were just whispers, until now. The fleet descended through Earth's orbit with little resistance. Satellite defenses had gone silent decades ago. Their orbital scans revealed crumbling cities, rusting infrastructure, and oceans littered with forgotten ships. To the Threxians it looked abandoned, a perfect staging ground for their expansion. "Deploy ground units," the admiral ordered. "Sweep the ruins. Establish control." Columns of armored Threxian soldiers marched through empty streets. Drones hovered overhead, scanning for signs of life. The readings were faint, too faint. No heat signatures, no organized resistance. It was too easy. Lieutenant Vrak tilted his head, uneasy. "Admiral, the surface is barren. No organized life detected. But the structures, some are intact. It's as if they left in a hurry." The admiral scoffed. So the myth was wrong. Humans fled their world. Cowards. He turned his attention to the central spire of a ruined city. "We will make it ours." But that night, the first attacks began. An outpost on the eastern shore reported shadows moving between ruins, too fast for sensors to lock on. Then came the explosions. Precision strikes on ammunition depots, fuel lines, and communication relays. By dawn, 3 Threxian camps were in flames. "They have no airships, no heavy weapons. How?" An officer began, but the admiral silenced him with a glare. "Find them." Patrols were doubled. Drones swept the city with thermal scans. The results were maddening. Signatures would appear for seconds, then vanish. Movement in one sector, a trap in another. It was as though the ghosts of the city were playing with them. On the 4th night, a captured drone broadcast an intercepted message. Human language, old, rough, and full of static. But the meaning was clear: "You shouldn't have come." The admiral felt his mandibles twitch. So the myth lives. Reports flooded in. Threxian units ambushed by improvised explosives. Supply routes sabotaged. Officers disappearing from guarded quarters. And always the attackers vanished like smoke. "These tactics, they are not random," Lieutenant Vrak said quietly during a strategy meeting. "They're studying us." "Impossible," the admiral snapped. "They have no fleet, no power, no numbers." But when the fleet's orbiting dreadnoughts attempted to realign satellites for surveillance, they found their systems hacked. Ancient Earth code, primitive but devastating, had infiltrated their network. Drones turned against their own. Supply drops scattered off course. The admiral finally understood. Humans weren't meeting them head-on. They were bleeding them dry. The true war began in the shadows. Threxian forces fortified their positions, but every night brought another strike. A fuel depot ignited into a chain reaction, lighting the city skyline like a second dawn. A key commander was found dead, not by blade or plasma, but by suffocation. Air scrubbers tampered. And the humans, still unseen. Weeks passed. The fleet's supplies dwindled. Communications with the outer colonies went silent, jammed, or cut off. Rumors spread among the ranks. The humans were everywhere, the humans were listening, the humans never left. Finally, the admiral convened his war council. His once proud voice was hoarse. "We came for conquest," he said. "But we are fighting ghosts. They are few, but their will is iron. They do not engage to win battles. They engage to break us piece by piece." "Permission to withdraw?" an officer whispered. The admiral hesitated. For the first time in his career, retreat felt like survival. They prepared for evacuation at dawn. But when their ships powered up, they found the orbital path blocked. Old human defense satellites, once dormant, had awakened, reactivated by the very myth they had mocked. A final transmission cut through every channel, in a language every Threxian now understood. This is our home. Leave or you will never leave at all. The fleet fled, humiliated, chased by a species they had once dismissed as extinct. As the stars stretched into warp, the Admiral whispered to himself, mandibles trembling, humans were never a myth, they were a warning.